challenge. This one is a level 8. We're doing it in JavaScript. It's called Compare Within Margin. And as always, there's a link to the challenge in the show notes. So try it out before watching the video, and you've always got the recording to fall back on if you get stuck. The best way to get better at JavaScript is with repeated practice just like this. So subscribe to the channel. That way you're notified every time I do one of these, and you can keep practicing with me. All right, so let's see what we got to do here. We're going to write a function called close compare that accepts 3 parameters, a, b, and some optional margin. Okay, the function return whether a is lower than or close to or higher than b. Okay, lower than, close to, or higher than b. A is considered close to b if margin is greater than or equal to the distance between a and b. Okay, so when a is close to b, return 0. When a is less than b, return -1. If a is greater than b, return 1. Okay, this is fairly straightforward. So what we're going to do is we need to take the difference. Let's say const diff is equal to, and we're going to do the absolute value of a minus b. Okay, so this is going to always give you a positive integer. Okay, so if diff is less than or equal to the margin, we will return, and they're saying return 0 here. Okay, if a is greater than b, then we will return. Sorry, let's do less than first. So we're just kind of following the instructions here. So we'll return -1. Okay, and then if we're down to this step, at least we can just return 1. Okay, there's no need to do another truth clause here because that's the third scenario. All right, so let's test this out. Oh, hark, an error. Okay, expected 1 to equal 0. Let's see. I'm not sure which one that was. Let's log these out so I can see which of these tests is failing. So we're going to do console.log. Console.log. When in doubt, log. So we'll do an object here so I can see what the different values are as an object. So we'll test this out. Okay, so a is 4, b is 5, margin is undefined. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so what I need to do here is if there is a margin, so if margin does not equal undefined and all of that stuff. So now let's test these out. Okay. All right. So we're still, if margin is not undefined and diff is less than margin, return 0. Okay. Unexpected if. Unexpected token if. Oh, whoops. Did it inside of there. Okay. Let's test that out. All right. So we're still getting it wrong. I'll be darned. Okay. So margins are defined. A is less than b. We should return What does it say to do if the margin's undefined? Okay. Assume that margin is greater than or equal to 0. If margin is not given, treat it as 0. Okay, so let's do this. If margin is undefined, margin is 0. All right, so now we can do this. I don't have to have that clause anymore. So now we can test this out. All right, so now we're looking good. This is, I guess the big lesson here is anytime you get a bug, start logging stuff. I noticed we logged all the variables. We were able to sort of triage what was happening here. We found out that margin could sometimes be undefined. Probably would have found that out if we had read the instructions, but nonetheless, we got to the solution. So we would say this is good enough for government work. Great job, y'all.